Hey, what's up, Tricology family? Before we get into to our next episode, I want to give a quick advertising announcement for you guys. So I am currently working on a next feature film. It's called Meeting with Joanna Jones. It's a crime drama indie feature film movie that's set in the underbelly streets of Miami. So the company I'm the film production company I'm working with are currently raising funds for the upcoming feature film. So anything that you donate will be greatly appreciated. So all your donation counts to help us make a movie magic. So if you want to check out the crowdfunding site and give your donations, it will be in the link in the description below. So if you're watching this on YouTube, the link will be down below. And of course, if you're listening on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Anchor, the link will be in the description below as well. So, and without further than that, let's get into our next episode. What's up, Tricology family? Welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. Today we got some crazy news for you guys. So I'm gonna start off with some Respect the Combat news, as we normally do on a Friday. So, and we normally record on a Thursday. It's set the episode on a Friday, but as you still know, we still on Respect the Combat is still on vacation, and we won't be back till September. So I'm gonna do my best to cover as much news as possible, and then for you guys. So without further than that, we got that news, and we also got other Tricology News Talk news as well. So let's get straight onto it. So let me just say, it's just a sad day. Like for any of y'all who are like WWE fans or just wrestling fans in general. So there's been a lot of releases. I think the biggest one of them all is Bray Wyatt. Of course, like Bray Wyatt or the Fiend, wherever you want to call them. So yeah. So he got released as of last week Saturday. So like people are saying, maybe he got released because of budget cuts, or maybe through his health issues. No, it's because Bray Wyatt was released of creative. They didn't know what to do. Like his last appearance, like his last official appearance was at WrestleMania, where he lost to Randy Orton, and then the next night on Raw he had the Firefighters skit segment, and then just disappeared. So I don't know. I think this is a huge blow for WWE. And if you ask me where Bray could go, it's simple. AEW. So he could go to AEW and be the new leader of the Dark Order and continue the legacy that's his friend Luke Harper, aka Mr. Brody Lee, God rest his soul, that he did. So you can continue on his legacy through there. So I don't know, man. It's it gets even worse from that. So once you hear these releases, bruh, you're gonna be shocked. Oh, there's another one. Bray Wyatt's wife, JoJo, also got released from a contract as well. So, oh my God, this is just crazy. And then who else? Oh yeah, Ric Flair got released from his contract because Ric Flair was so upset and disgusted with how he's being used on television, especially with the angle with him, his daughter Charlotte, and Lacey Evans. So it's just crazy, man. So I feel that Ric Flair could go to AEW as well, and then he could reunite with the Four Horsemen over there, and maybe it'd be a manager to someone. So yeah, that's and then going on into these other announcements. So once you hear these names, you're gonna be like, NXT is dead. So they have released Bobby Fish, Bronson Reed, Jake Atlas, Ari Sterling, Connor Reeves, Leon Ruff, Stephen Smith, Tyler Russ, Zachary Smith, Ashton Hale, Giant Zenzi, and Mercedes Martinez. NXT is dead. Let's just call it what it is. NXT is dead. Now, normally, I would like speak my mind and speak the truth, and I may go off on a certain issue, but I'm not gonna do that. So it's just WWE is just falling apart, man. They don't know what the heck are they doing. I don't know. Budget cuts, creative or not, like, you just got rid of your people who are considered to be great wrestlers, but the problem is you just can't use them as is, and you want to use other people that's completely worthless to your product. I don't know, but that's all the wrestling news for you guys today. So let's move on, guys. So going into some theme park news for the upcoming Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. So we finally got the announcement that Horror Icons is going to be one of the main features for Haunted House as for Halloween Horror Nights. So and it is a news saying, breaking, Halloween Horror Night Icons captured has just been announced for the 30th year of Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando. So of course you see Jack the Clown there, and then so other like monster icons that you see like in the past Halloween Horror Nights. So that's going to be very interesting from there. We still got more announcements to come, and of course Halloween Horror Nights starts on September 3rd. So if I have more news on that, yeah, I'll keep you updated, especially when the Mac comes. And then we got an official announcement of the rides that's going to be happening, the haunted house is going to be there, what haunted house is going to be, and the scare zone attractions as well. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. So, and then for all my Star Wars fans, if you guys been watching the Star Wars the Bad Batch, so it will be returning for a second season in 2022. So that's for the news from there. So, and then moving on to the next one. So if you guys been watching South Park or HBO Max, well, it might be transitioning over to the Paramount Plus. So this is what MovieWeb has reported. South Park isn't going anywhere. On Thursday, it was announced that Trey Parker and Matt Stone have signed a massive new deal with Viacom CBS that will keep the show on Comedy Central through 2027. Better yet, the deal has also includes 14 original South Park movies to stream on Paramount Plus, with plans to release 2 per year. Bloomberg has pegged the deal at $900 million, making it one of the richest ever. We won't have to wait too long for the new movies to start dropping on Paramount Plus. The first 2 of the 14 overall South Park movies is set to premiere on the streaming service in 2021. Though the exact dates has not been revealed. So that's gonna be interesting. What they gonna have what they gonna deliver with the new South Park movies and other content on the Paramount Plus. So if you guys have not got Paramount Plus yet, so you guys check it out, see if it captures your interest, if you want to put that on your streaming service list to have. So you could guys check that out. So as you already know, I will be doing a Suicide movie review, but that's going to be later on. But let's talk about the Suicide Squad's director, James Gunn. So now he is returning to Marvel to film Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But with him and DC, they have agreed to work on more projects together. And the Hollywood Reporter writes as follows: through Gunn's is returning to Marvel fold, DC Films president Walt Hamilton confirmed that the DHR there will be more from the filmmaker and DC in the future. Gunn is always welcome back, whatever he wants to do. He really has a vision, and he's a great partner with us. Whenever he wants to come back, we are ready for him, says Hamilton, who add, he will be back, and we have more stuff planned. As you guys already know, if you guys said they read the news, that James Gunn is working on, well, they already shot, they already did production already, but now it's set to premiere next year, January, and that's the Peacemaker series with John Cena, and that's going to be on HBO Max as well. So there has been a lot of rumors that there's going to be a lot more spin-offs coming soon from these Suicide Squad. So if I hear any more news on that, so just keep your eyes open for that as well. So as you guys already know, the Lord of the Rings series is coming to Amazon, and this is one of the most expensive, and I mean expensive, that the production has ever put on. So that's going to be coming out soon. It's September of 2022, and this is what Screenway has report. Per Deadline, Amazon's Lord of the Rings Season 1 has officially wrapped filming in New Zealand. Expected to consist of 20 episodes and totaling a price tag of approximately $465 million. Season 1 of Lord of the Rings experienced numbers of hurdles during its production. After kicking off production in February 2020, Lord of the Rings Season 1 is finally complete. So I'm not a big too fan of the Lord of the Rings, but I am kind of interested to see how they're gonna do with the series, and especially be on Prime Video as well. So it is gonna be very interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be like how we used to watch Game of Thrones on HBO Max on HBO, but we'll see how that goes. But so as we officially try to get over this pandemic and COVID situation, but we are still here, and we don't know when it's going to end. So I got a news here that New York City will require proof of vaccination for people going into indoor activities such as restaurants, gyms, and performances. Mayor DeVille announced last Tuesday. The program will launch on August 16th and will be in force beginning on September 13th. The policy is one of the first of its kind in the United States, larger cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco that have seen an increase in COVID-19 cases as the Delta variant spreads have resumed requiring people to wear face masks indoors. Several companies and public sector has already announced a mandatory vaccination for employees. In New York City's health and hospital employees must be vaccinated, including weekly COVID testing in the beginning of the week. states and employees, Mexican workers must also follow the same rules starting on Labor Day. So this is crazy, and it get worse, and it get worse from here. So, and this is what Mashable writes in this report. Paramount has planned to release Clifford the Big Red Dog. As you guys did know, Clifford the Big Red Dog is one of our childhood shows that you normally watch before you go to school. And so as far as the movie, it's not the type of movie that people will want to watch in theaters. Like, they probably just wait until it comes out on premium VOD or streaming. But it was supposed to be released on September 17th, but unfortunately, COVID doesn't give a crap about anyone's plans, as they do anyway. But the fantasy comedy based on Norman Bridges' classic children's book has been delayed due to a decided date, and so we got no release date yet right now. But I assume to believe it's going to be released in 2022 of some sort. Multiple outputs report that the change in the plans is the COVID's fault as the cases resurge in the United States and elsewhere, fueled by the Delta variant of the virus. So, let me just put this out. So, I can understand where they're going with this, like. Because this is the type of movie that a lot of kids are gonna be watching in theaters, and you want to keep the kids safe from getting like the COVID. Well, not just COVID, but the Delta variant that's gonna be coming soon. So I kind of understand why they kind of delay this. So, but that weighs the question: what other movies could be delayed? Will Shang-Chi be delayed? Will the Eternals be delayed? Venom, Spider-Man be delayed. So, but I know for sure that the movie that's going to be released on day-to-day on HBO Max will not be delayed. So that's out of the window there. But what about all the Universal movies? Are they going to continue on? Because they still got that 30-day window. So like after 30 days, it's going to be released on premium VOD, and then will still be in theaters at the time once they're done. But yeah, man, it's crazy. But we don't know what's gonna happen. But well, if I have a further update for you guys, I'll keep you updated on that. But and speaking of delays, the Miss Marvel series that's supposed to be coming on Disney Plus this year has now been delayed to 2022. Well, not for like let me be correct, early 2022. So it's not that far of a delay. So but this is what TV Line reports. Any news on Miss Marvel's Disney Plus premiere date? Only a week or two ago they were saying 2021, but now my calculations after the announcement of Hawkeye's premiere date, which will be released in November of this year, they don't have enough weeks to schedule without doubling up a couple episodes. I asked around, and it's very safe to assume at this point that Miss Marvel is now on track for an early 2022 premiere. So I kind of understand where they're going from this one. Of course, even though Hawkeye series might be 6 episodes, but just kind of like what the Falcon Winter Soldier and WandaVision did, and of course Loki. So I can understand where they're going with here. So it's kind of like a good move from there. And of course, you're gonna want to like spread everything out as far as like the Phase 4 is concerned. But we'll just have to wait and see what's gonna happen as far as the until we can get it like an official release date for Miss Marvel in 2022. But so with all the news out of the way, let's start with our movie review for James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. So, as you guys already know, but as I want to mention before I get into the movie review, that we are now starting a new movement, and that new movement is release the air cut. So yeah, like starting next week, that's when the movement starts to release the air cut. So we definitely need that for the first Suicide Squad. So if this Suicide Squad can get good reviews, then we definitely need the air cut of Suicide Squad, because the first the original version, it didn't do well for us. So let your voices be heard, and we can get that air, just like we did for the Snyder cut. We can get the air cut as well. So yeah. So going on to the movie review, and of course, James Gunn is the director of the Suicide Squad. So in this movie, so the Suicide Squad are, if you want to call it, or the Task Force X, if you want to call them, are sent to destroy NASA area laboratory and encounter a giant alien called a kaiju, if you want to call them. It's called Starro. So you have returning characters like Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, Joe Kingsman's Colonel Red Flag, and of course Jai Courtney's Captain Boomerang, with new characters of Idris Elba as Bloodsport, John Cena as the Peacemaker, and Viola Davis also returned as Amanda Waller, and of course Sylvester Stallone as the voice of King Shark. And then other new characters, you have David, sorry I pronounced your name there, David Dasselman as Polka Dot Man, and Daniela Moser as Ratcatcher 2. So I enjoyed it really lot. I really did. So by far, this is a great DC movie. So like where, if you want to kind of like the great DC movies like Superman, The Dark Knight, and Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, James Gunn's Suicide Squad is definitely in that league right now. So I enjoy the visual style, the comedy aspects of it, and also the action sequence, and especially in the first I would say like the first 10 minutes for 20 minutes kind of felt like a 80s action sequences when they was on that one scene when they was on the island. I'm not gonna spoil too much of it. So they're on the island. It kind of felt like the Predator. So like if you look at it, it kind of like looked like the Predator when it was on the island and they going against the bad guys and all that other stuff. So that was pretty cool from there, and especially the making it look like it was a buddy on thing, but it's not really not. Hey, we just ready because we are in this situation. So I'm your friend, but I ain't your friend, and like this is like afraid we really competition, like what like Bloodsport and Peacemaker did with each other, and so for agreements, disagreements, and everything else. But this is a really good DC film. So I can't wait to see what James Gunn can do for more projects. And there has been no announcement for a sequel yet, but who knows? It might be coming up as soon as possible. But I definitely give this movie an A+, or just a simple A, because it's good for what it is. And but that's our episode for today. That's all the news I have for you guys today. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, post your thoughts and opinions, comments down below. And of course, if you're listening on Anchor, Spotify, or Google Podcasts, go into the link YouTube in the YouTube link in the description below and post your comments there as well. So without further ado, this is Trico, and I'm signing off. Peace.